Yeah, we about to go live. My brother Ed, my partner, my man. Yo, yo. Yeah, we about to talk about these Bulls, man. What's good? Who's gonna be watching The Last Dance? Yo, there he is. Mm-mm-mm. See if he connect. What's going on? What's up, everybody? Yo,
Yeah.
what's the dilly?
What's happening, man? What's happening?
Ain't nothing, man. So by now, y'all should all know who my man Ed is. My brother, Clothing King, my partner in crime in this world. Ed is in the store. I'm not. We're trying to keep social distancing because last time we got into these conversations, we ended up in the store together, and then everybody and their mother wanted to come. So
Shit, party for no reason.
yeah, we had a party for no reason. You know what I'm saying? But like, that wasn't a safe deal. So this time we're gonna keep it safe. We're gonna talk from distance.
Kev, what up, Kev?
Kev, what's up, brother?
B-Raf, let me I'll load one up right now.
Yeah, for y'all don't know. This is the brand since 1982. That's us. That's what it is. Ed is in the store trying to take care of all the biz while we in the middle of doing all this. But I figured let's just get some talking, man. Talk about these Bulls. This Last Dance documentary series that's coming up. It's gonna be lit. For old heads like us, this is peace, y'all. This is like a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm a lifelong Knicks fan and Ed is a whatever Bulls fan,
Put some respect on my name, bro.
whatever. He's a Bulls fan. I'm a Knicks fan. We've been doing this for a minute, but you gotta be, if you're an NBA fan, if you're a basketball fan, if you're a fan of people that compete, to see the dynasty like no other, because we weren't around for the Celtics back in the day, right? So like this is the dynasty of all dynasties. To see how it ended and what went wrong and get a background look, bro. This is gonna be big. You know what I'm saying?
Would have been 8 in a row if the big homie ain't, decided to do the baseball. Been 8 in a row.
Listen, that's a whole nother conversation. Who knows what happened? You know what I'm saying?
Would have been 8. We know it would have been 8 in a row, dog.
We
It's not,
we should the Knicks should have got a win in that little period, but things went awry in the finals.
man. Pat, man, he's supposed to put the whole team on his back.
Yo, chill. See, you don't let Oakley gas you.
I'm just saying. I'm
So
just saying. Your man Pat let y'all down. Keep it
listen,
fly. You a Knicks fan. You a Knicks fan. Keep it fly right now. Right?
what?
On some real shit, right?
My Knicks had 60 plus wins those years.
It
They
don't matter.
they they was up there.
We know all we talking about is championships right now,
Okay.
right? Y'all didn't get one. Y'all had a window to get one, right?
True.
And y'all dropped the ball. What was y'all up in that series against Houston?
Uh,
Was y'all up 3-1 or 3-2?
3-2, not 3-1.
And then
3-2. Yeah.
came back and just swept the
We
rest?
lo we lost 6 and 7. Yeah, we lost 6 and 7. Because the Knicks is lit. That's why we talking about it, right? Nah, but the Bulls, though, you know what I'm saying?
Right?
Like, he don't even want to hit. Nah, because, I'm a Knicks fan. He a Bulls fan. You know what I'm saying? But we New York to the through all the way. But yeah, this documentary series, man, like to get, I'm a big film guy. Like, so to see background and firsthand stories from the people that was involved is crazy. I want to see how it ended. I'm always curious to see how these things turn apart. Yo, don't put that shirt up there, man.
I'm
Oh
cold.
my God.
I'm just a little cold right now. I'm chilly. Yeah, I'm a little chilly.
That's a big L verse, man. But like,
I'm good. Let me see. I might use this as my face mask.
this guy's grabbing me, man. This podcast might be cut short, bro.
Big L, rest in peace.
So hold on, let's keep it real. Let's go back for a minute. The Knicks weren't the Bulls' biggest op back then?
I don't think we had an op, bro.
Okay.
I think regular season, y'all probably were, but it was just like rock and roll time. Like the numbers don't lie. I think it was it the Utah series? I think was like the only series really that motherfuckers pushed us in the finals. One of those Utah series.
Y'all went back to back against the Bulls. I mean, excuse me, the Bulls went back to back against the Jazz 2 years in a row.
But
And
there was one series, if I'm not mistaken, that like it was, like it was competitive in a sense. Like
I think that was
flu
the
game
first
series.
the first one. Not this last series, not the one that they do in the documentary on, the one before that, the 96 the
Right.
72 win season.
Right. That was the one that it was kind of competitive, but
I think that's where he had to get Steve Kerr involved and he hit the shot and all that.
Detroit, he's right. He's 100% right. Detroit was the op, if anything.
Come on, man. Detroit was the op for the first Bulls dynasty. The first three-peat, the 91, 92, 93.
Which one you was talking about?
Oh, all right, here we go. I was talking about the latter years, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. My fault. The latter years were it was Seattle, right? And then Utah back to back.
Yeah, Seattle and Utah back to back. You know what I mean? But it's going to be interesting to see what happened because, from the preview, from the trailer, and from what I read, I remember back then, what they said is Phil knew it was over, right? Jerry Krause told him it was a wrap.
I mean, shit, right? If I think the writing was on the wall. And I think the only motherfuckers that really knew it was like, the Phil, Mike, Scotty, probably Dennis, and the higher ups, which is just ill to me. There's a piece I think that we're gonna discover in this joint that is gonna kind of be brand new news for everybody in terms of like really why this shit kind of broke the way it did, because Mike's so fucking competitive, dog. Like, why would you not want to just keep winning?
That last season, he was what, 35, 34, something like that?
I want to say 35, yeah, possibly 35, because I think he went into the Wizards shit at 37, 38.
Yeah, because he took like a season and a half off, right?
So he
two,
came back,
2 seasons off or something.
that half a season he came back, I think, for the Wizards, right? And then
Yeah.
he did the whole season, the next one. Stackhouse out here trying to like act like he was being held back or some shit. That was last week's news or earlier this week. Right? Stackhouse playing with him and like trying to kind of implement that his growth was stunted or some shit.
Come on, man.
I think Jerry got to relax.
Yeah, facts.
I think Jerry got to relax.
We like Jerry Stackhouse, but come on, bro. Let's be real.
Got to relax.
So
Suns was the Bulls, but do my soul. Oh, the year Barkley went to the finals with them.
Yeah.
They had a squad Phoenix team.
It's funny, right? Like, hold on. He talking about Barkley, right? Like, makes me think of for a second because Draymond came at Charles, right? Recently, right?
Neck.
And if I remember correctly, individually, after Mike, probably Charles was like the best player in the league.
What, that era?
Yeah. 93, 94, 95, 96. Barkley was MVP level. Draymond Green ain't never been that. So the only thing he could throw at the conversation is rings.
I don't know if Barkley was the guy behind Mike. I don't know if I could sign up for that.
You don't think he was the second best player in the league?
No, I don't think I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think that's accurate.
Well, he won an MVP.
Because you got Pat, you got David Robinson, you got Hakeem really ain't Hakeem yet at that point, right?
He was. Hakeem's skills has been there. You know, he was, but I'm talking individually. You know what I'm saying?
Barkley way better than Draymond. Like that's not even what we debating. I think everybody know that, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be a known thing.
Isaiah is still in the mix.
The early 90s, yeah, 90, 91, 92, 93, then, you know, things went left for him a little bit.
Damn,
Yeah, Malone was up there.
oh, can't forget about him.
Yeah, Doe chimed in Malone, you know, Kev said Malone. You know, they're right. You know, it's there was a group, you know what I mean?
Larry's on his way out. Larry's out that year, right?
Yeah. Larry was gone.
Fucked up and all that.
Injury, yeah. Larry's era was the 80s.
I mean, yeah, because I'm looking at the dream team just in shit, man. Can you?
Barkley better than Clyde Drexler. Individually, he's better than Karl Malone. Because Charles's career is not tag team to somebody else. He's not handed, you know, he's not joined in hand. Malone's success is right along with Stockton. Yeah, you know, it's 1-2 thing.
I mean, I don't see no one.
Exactly.
It's kind of unfair too, right? Because you're gonna say Mike, and then, with all due respect, everybody's kind of like 1B, 1C, 1D.
Well, let me ask you, right? Like, you know, his counterpart. You thought Scotty was better than Barkley?
I didn't want to say that because I didn't want you to come and try to be like, oh, I'm being like pro Bulls, but I was gonna say that.
Nah, let's talk about it. Because is Scotty overrated or rated right or underrated?
I think Scotty's underrated. I really think Scotty's underrated because I think one of the clips for the Last Dance shit is I think it's Mike's voice saying like, you know, you can't say Michael Jordan without saying Scottie Pippen. So if the big homie is saying it, you know what I'm saying? There has to be some value in that. And I think Scotty showed that he could hold more than his own.
Sure.
When it had to be just him.
Well, y'all got to the Eastern Conference Finals and lost to the Magic.
If I'm not mistaken, y'all knocked us out one time, and then
exactly. And then Mike came back, and then they lost to
Orlando.
Yeah, that's when he came back in the Concords.
Yeah, and
changed his number back to 23 and all that, right?
Mm-hmm. So that's the same year y'all 55, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
You remember that? All right,
something like that.
Whatever, it don't matter.
Jeff Van Gundy was on a radio show. He was on a radio show yesterday, and I heard him talk about specifically that.
Hold on, though, Scotty can't fuck with Barkley. I don't know about that.
I just think Charles Barkley was just way better than a lot of players. You know what I mean?
He was a beast at his size too. Like Charles' problem was effort, 100% each time. No.
Yeah.
Like if he wanted to be like, it could have easily been a conversation that like he could have been the second best player in the league, but he just really didn't. I mean, I say that because I think it's unfair to say it, but in my opinion, like there was just something that was missing.
You think MJ would have survived in social media era?
Fuck yeah, he good. Was there the same guy, like the same exact guy now? Absolutely.
You don't think all the gambling and all the crazy shit that he was on would have been a lot?
This is the whole thing. Everybody knows that the motherfucker is borderline a degenerate gambler. You know what I'm saying? Like gambling, you Michael Jordan, bro. You can do whatever the fuck you want when you want to do it.
Because the GOAT now, right, for the kid, you know, for the younger generation is a squeaky clean guy. Bron has done everything right. You know what I'm saying? He still get ridiculed.
But that's because Bron liked to complain so much, and he Bron, like I think the only thing that you really can, if you had to change something about LeBron, I think majority of people would say that he just cry a lot and he's too much of a complainer. I don't think the nigga's the truth, though. Like what else do you say all right, cool. We want to take this out and implement this. Like, it's got to be that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe his free throws that are not. How are you? It's not his free throw game ain't as strong or clutch as it should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, he, for the most part, does everything fucking amazing.
That's true.
What do you change from him if you had to take something out and insert something in? Like, what makes him like?
For LeBron James,
Yeah,
yeah, it would be that, right? It would
right.
be the
I think
he
most.
just he just doesn't have he wasn't his character. You know, a little bit of the win at all costs. You know what I'm saying? He don't have the Mike, the Kobe, the Dwayne Wade, the Bird had it. You know what I'm saying? Magic had it. You know what I mean? I think LeBron wants to win. You know, it's just
Not,
it's just the
but
win whatever
but he's damn near a created player.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
he's the type of nigga you make on live when you're trying to make your own yourself.
yeah.
And
I always call LeBron the cyborg. You know what I mean? First of all, he don't sweat really. He don't even get tired. You know what I mean? Son is just a different guy.
there's no
But
dog. Yeah, but that's the only. There is dog in LeBron. I'm not gonna say that there's no dog in LeBron. There is dog in LeBron. It's just he's tough, but he's not tough. Does that make sense?
yeah, I guess we expect him to just be a different kind of tough because physically he can do anything. He's faster, he's stronger than anybody at his, position. You know what I mean? It's just he's just a different breed. But let me ask you, right? So I'm curious, right? So obviously I know you know how you feel about Mike, right? Would you rate Kobe higher than LeBron because he's so much like Mike?
I'm gonna keep it fly with you. I shitted on Kobe a lot while he was playing. My admiration and appreciation for Kobe overall, because I'm such a Mike guy, came after Kobe was done playing. Like
Mm,
Kobe, it's to me, I think it's Mike then Kobe.
because
And
he's so much like him.
not because he's so much like him, but more it's just it might be the closest thing to why I probably like Mike so much. And it's
Mm.
the I'ma figure it out and make niggas better around me attitude, that mindset, that killer mindset that, you know, y'all niggas is cool when I'm not around, but if I'm around, like I'm the big homie.
So do you? I think I don't think people talk about this, but I feel like a little bit of a disadvantage that Kobe and Mike had that LeBron don't have is that they wasn't LeBron ain't never been coached by Phil Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
What's LeBron's what's the best coach LeBron has had?
I don't even half of the coaches ain't even in the league anymore.
I'm asking you,
Probably Eric Spoelstra. Probably,
is it right? And
probably.
he's by no means necessarily a slouch,
No, he's one of the better coaches in the league right now.
right? So, but you compare him to when you talk Eric Spoelstra and you say, let's say, and I'm not gonna go OD back in the day. I'm gonna stay in kind of what we know. Like, you know, it's not Phil, it's
Hmm.
not Pop, it's not do you do you
Pat
give
Riley
it's not definitely not Pat. You know, do you give a Rudy Tomjanovich an honorable mention?
for like
A Jerry Sloan, like these type of dudes, like is Eric Spoelstra in that category?
in today's in the last 25 years, yeah, yeah, he's one of them. He's one of the better coaches. He's definitely he's in the top 5 coaches right now, maybe top 3.
So what happens if Phil coaches him? What happens if Pop coaches him?
During the early years of his career,
Through any year.
I think maybe he can tap into a different part of his psyche and invoke.
Do they take that out of him? Do like they bring out that other part that he's kind of been overall because he's been an alpha in damn near every situation. It's not really. It's not that LeBron's not. It's not that he's not coachable. It's just that he gets the. If it don't work out, it's because he didn't want it. He didn't want that coach, and I don't think that's really the scenario in each.
Yeah, no, I feel what you're saying. It's
You know,
it's strange. I just wonder like if Phil Jackson could have changed a little bit of the persona. But I guess the difference is like,
Phil controlled Ron, dog.
yeah, somebody Doe said Bron is probably the most coachable NBA superstar. No, that would go to Tim Duncan, honestly.
Oh shit, yeah, can't.
You know what I mean? That would go to Tim Duncan because Tim never had an ego. He just put his head down and listen to whatever Greg Popovich says and go out there and do it.
SP.
Literally now he coaches with him. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't want to do nothing else. Bron is right there. He's probably number two. Well, or Hakeem. But it's different. Like I'm just curious if he had Phil Jackson, right? So like we're talking about these '90s Bulls, right? Shaq said yesterday or the day before that the 2000 Lakers team would have easily beat the Bulls. You think so?
It's hard because who's gonna guard Shaq? That 2000 Shaq.
The most unstoppable force, Shaq.
That Lakers Shaq. I don't know, but then you know why I can't say like I can't kind of go against that is because every 6 rings, right? Who the fuck was the center on the Portland Trailblazers that year?
Which year? When they were going at it? When they were going
Yes, the Bulls won the chip. Who the fuck was their center?
I don't know. They had good power forwards. I'm trying to think of their center though.
It
They had
wasn't
Rashid.
it wasn't a name.
No, they had
I'm talking about the Bulls when the Bulls first championship, right?
Cartwright.
Right?
Bill Cartwright.
No, who was Portland's center?
Oh.
We don't know.
Yeah, I can't
It wasn't a name, right? Against Phoenix, who was their center? Tom Chambers?
Yeah. If that. He might have been gone by then.
Who was the what was the
Sabonis, correct. Yeah, it was Arvydas Sabonis.
No, but that's the Lakers era. I'm talking
That's
about
the Lakers era.
Yeah. They beat the Lakers, right? For one?
They beat the Lakers the first time. The
right?
The first championship was against my man Magic.
That's a wash center, right? At the end of the
it was Vlade. It was an old Vlade Divac.
All right, cool.
But an old Vlade Divac, like
against Seattle.
Yeah.
Who was the center?
Nobody.
Greg Ostertag, back-to-back years in Utah. Like then we never
Duckworth
deal with a freak of nature like. Scotty and Mike in a 7-game series with fucking Bill Wellington and motherfucking Luke Longley.
It wasn't. Yeah, nobody's touching Shaq. Nobody.
So it's just like I'm just for the love of the game. I'm gonna stay with the Bulls, but like I'm gonna be kind of scared.
I don't think it's an easy win though. That's why I think Shaq is wrong. I don't think it's a landslide or nothing like that. Because if y'all go small, if the Bulls went small, Kukoc at 4, Rodman at 5, yeah, you can't stop Shaq on one end, but you're gonna run him off the floor. Yeah, you're gonna press him all the way up the court. You know what I mean?
And
especially that era of the Bulls of championship run. Y'all was deep. Harper at the 1. It was a deep team. Kerr off the bench. It would be a good matchup.
That Lakers team was deep too.
Listen, this is why we talking about this, right? This Bulls team. It's so important because 25 years from now, there's going to be another documentary, and it's going to be the last run of the Warriors and how they broke down. You know what I'm saying? Because we live in an informational age, and it's still like you would still want to know. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely don't know, and to have all these people talk about it is ill because that Bulls team should have never broke up. I'm excited, man. This is gonna be fire, you know. MJ don't have to do no press. MJ don't have to be involved with nothing. He's a billionaire. He owns a team. Shoe game is obviously, you know, we know what it is. He don't really have to talk about anything. Only thing you see him is the pictures with white girls and cigars and ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Living life, living the best life. You know, it's an ill situation. I don't know if Shaq is the most unstoppable force, right? Like at that time, easily most unstoppable force. But you know, they did lose in the playoffs before Phil Jackson. Yeah, that's a good question. Where's Harper? Is he on the Bulls and the Lakers in this scenario? And same thing with Phil Jackson. Is he coaching y'all or is he coaching the Lakers in this dream scenario? You know what I'm saying?
But that's the whole thing. I think you have to be one of those like NBA live matchups where it's like they got Harper and we got Harper and we both are coached by Phil, and because now what at that point it's just not realistic, even though it's not realistic as right now.
Yeah.
But I just think that our issue is going to be guarding Shaq. But then that's 4 years removed, right? Because they took us out.
Who's guarding Scotty though?
If it's not Kobe, who is it? Is it Rick Fox? Is it fucking Devin George?
They getting cooked.
Isaiah Ryder was on that team. He's getting cooked. Like it's not. If it's not Kobe, it's
well, Kobe got to guard Mike.
Yeah. So yeah, he's.
Who's gonna guard Tony Kukoc? A 7-foot guy that would play outside the basket. This is before that was now that's normal, right?
It was a stretch before a stretch was a stretch.
There wasn't even a term when Tony Kukoc came over here. You know what I'm saying? It was just different.
I think Rodman gets in Shaq's head. How about that?
I think he pisses him off. You see what he did to Malone.
You know what I'm saying? How about that? How about that route? Where
hacking Shaq with Dennis Rodman would be crazy.
And not only that, we're gonna completely take you out of the game, big fella. Now what? Now what happens?
It's an interesting scenario. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not a landslide. I think the best matchup for the Bulls team would be the Warriors team. You know what I'm saying?
Top Bulls win. I think the more I think about it, I think ain't no beef, right? Ain't no beef on the Bulls team.
Mm-hmm.
It
was the leaders.
You know, like they're still bickering and shit in between the lines on them Lakers teams.
Don't slam the door. Yeah, they was in turn. It's weird because the Lakers imploded and the Bulls got fired by their own management. You know what I'm saying? Or we're going to learn more about it. That's why I'm eager to learn. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lakers broke up because Kobe and Shaq couldn't get along anymore.
That was that in age. And
yeah, somebody said
can't be both of them when they broke up. Shaq is out of his prime in a sense, or on the brink of one more year being out of his prime, and you know Kobe was supposed to be a Bull, right?
That's what I heard.
And this is out homeboy mouth. Jerry West. And he calling in and whatever, he's like, you know, you can't do this. That broke my heart when I didn't know it was that close. I don't remember at least it being that close. That would have been like another 2 for us.
He didn't want to go there. I mean, he didn't want to go anywhere but Chicago. Remember he was like lobbying for Jason Kidd to come to the Lakers?
Yeah.
He was looking for help any way he could get it. And then Pau Gasol happened. That's what happened.
Yeah, because CP3 didn't, right?
Well, no, CP was going to be after there was going to be a big 3. And David Stern didn't want another one.
Because they didn't have no owner or some shit and it'd be hard to sell the team, some shit like that, right?
He was able to do it because he was able to do that because they didn't have an owner. Yeah, but what I'm saying is CP3 was going to come after the fact.
I thought it was before. I had it mixed
No,
up.
no, 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 no. Pau Gasol was what he needed to happen to stay on the team because he felt like he got tired. That was after he hit the 81 and all that. Man, y'all was the Lakers were struggling and everything. But you really think Kobe would have led y'all to a chip? Y'all ain't had no team.
I'm saying, you can't get Kobe and not put a team around him.
I guess.
Right? He's not going to do that because what's going to happen? He's going to be there for a year and he's going to demand a trade. I don't know. I want to see the I wonder if they at all focus in on the actual real relationship of Scotty, Mike, and Dennis.
Yeah, I'm curious because we know Dennis is an outlaw and he was doing his own thing. At least that's what we saw, right? He ain't really rock. He just did what he did.
Remember, he said it as well. He's like, niggas ain't really, unless we was on the basketball court, motherfuckers wasn't communicating. We wasn't talking about nothing.
You figure him and Scotty was tight. You know what I mean? But
I don't know. Dennis looked like the wild card in any scenario. Like, he like that dude in the park, man, that if he's on your team, you with it. And if he's not on your team, you want to kill him.
Yeah, that's what him and Draymond got in common, right? Love him when he's with you, hate him when you're against him.
I really wanted to see Draymond end up somewhere else to see if Draymond is a system guy or just Draymond is good enough for what Draymond is.
I think 2019-20 season showed what Draymond is. He is an extraordinary complementary player, but he is not
he's by himself with kids. So that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you expected him to give you 20 and 20, 10, and 5 every day by himself. And he's another motherfucker that's...
I mean, he could. All you got to do is take 15 shots.
But is that the system that Kerr was going to... The role that in the system that Kerr was going to give to him? Or is like, all right, cool, let's develop these young guys. And that we know you're not the man, so ain't no sense in trying to make you the man for a season. And then the cavalry comes back next year and you come back down to volume 3.
Rodman didn't need a system. Rodman, he brought a system.
But Rodman knew his role to a T.
Yeah, but on any team. He literally was the same player on the Spurs, on the Lakers, on Detroit. Well, Detroit, he was more of an offensive player. He just decided I don't want to shoot the ball no more.
Yeah, a little bit. He
just gave up on shooting. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Draymond Green is an interesting person considering his basketball acumen and how he comes across.
I think Draymond's just a little full of himself. He's not trash. I don't think Draymond's trash. I just think that he may be a victim of his team's success in the sense of his mindset.
Yeah.
In terms of him, he plays a role, and it'd be mad whack for motherfuckers to act like he don't play a role in the scenario that they have going. But like, when it comes down to who's gonna be the first one to go out of the 3.
Boom, boom. Like, you already know.
It's not even a thought. We don't even have to think about it. But
see, the difference is like, I guess it comes down to, don't slam it. I wonder if it's like a situation where they added Rodman to the Bulls. You know what I mean? They didn't really need him, right? Like, if Draymond left, would that Warriors team still be winnable? I'm not the KD Warriors team because that's the supercharged Warriors team. That's unfair Warriors team. I'm talking about Steph, Clay, and then whoever. I
think Draymond is he's one of them motherfuckers that's like, he's just a really smart basketball player. Like, for the most part, when he's like that whole KD thing, I think they clashed and you saw a different type of Draymond them 2 years, right? Or how was KD there? 2 or 3 years?
3 years. They won 2 chips and then they lost one when everybody got hurt the last one.
So it's like, I feel like I don't know. Like I don't know.
Because Curry got 3 rings, right? He won 1, lost 1, then won 2 more, right?
Curry got 3.
Curry got 3.
2 against Cleveland, right?
Yeah, they lost 1, won 1.
2 against Cleveland and nah, he got 2, I think. No, yeah, 2 against no.
KD got 2. Curry got 3. Clay got 3. Draymond got 3. I'm just curious. I'm just comparing whether or not like who's more important to an organization, right, in a system. Because I feel like Draymond is pivotal to their system, but he's not a superstar. That's why I used to take reservation on this whole like conversation with Draymond Green, right? Because I think Dennis Rodman is a superstar in his own right. You can take him, plop him on any team. He's going to give you anywhere between 12 to 18 boards. He's going to disrupt the best player on the other team. He's going to leave it 40 minutes of all-out basketball. Draymond Green, we see it right now. Without a system, he's not, effective. You know what I'm saying?
It is. Look, he's right. 3 against Cleveland.
3 against Cleveland, yeah.
When they went, and then the next time they went, that's they lost to Toronto, right?
Yeah, I mean the third time that they beat Cleveland, that was the supercharged. That was the cheat code team.
That was the Hennessy J.R. Smith moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fire, man. I mean, we gotta have like a post, series about this after we watch the first 2 episodes and then watch, because I got to see how they play this out, right? Because it's 2 on Sunday.
The shit is spaced out on a weekly basis, I think.
Yeah, it's every Sunday.
Be cool if all the shit wasn't going on and we could have like a fucking viewing party, man.
Yeah, we might have to a post viewing party or a Zoom viewing party. You know what I mean? But we're gonna have these though. We're gonna talk about it. When they argue and they should talk, I'm gonna love it and tell you how the downfall. I love to see the downfall. This is great. This is if it was all about just glitz and glamour with the Bulls, I wouldn't want to watch this.
I mean, also as a Knicks fan, I'm sure you're taking some sort of extra.
Damn right.
Yeah, I get it. That's
Damn
cool.
Right. Damn right. I want to see this shit come apart.
That's cool.
I mean, I want to see this thing come like end, because you know how much misery everybody loves to see with the Knicks. I mean, look, it ain't a side song because y'all win at the end of the year. He hits the shot and becomes iconic moment. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that Phil is coaching a team, the greatest team he's ever coached, because y'all came off a 72-win season the year prior, to know that even if he won 82 games, that they were still going to end the situation. This is monumental TV. I'm gonna tell you how ill this series is. This is about to put Joe Exotic and all that Tiger King shit to bed. Right out, pa fuera. It's out of here. You know what I'm saying? This MJ is gonna be the trending topic the way he should have been when there was a thing, when there wasn't even a thing called trending topics. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be MJ Exotic. No more Tiger King. None of that. You know what I mean?
I'm excited about the conversations after this is all said and done on the younger guys, like maybe the guys who, LeBron's the best to ever play, like for them, for the younger kids, not kids, but to see what like Mike really was.
The 27 and under crowd. You know what I'm saying? 26 and under, like they don't know.
Yeah, to see what really, really, really was, and how, Mike fought, right? Mike fought a handful of his own teammates, right? Didn't he?
He had scraps in, he had scraps in practice. Definitely had scraps on the court. He fought Reggie. He fought a bunch of people.
He's son, right?
And it's gonna be fun to see him, like, how much shit he talked on the court. How much he terrorized people, man.
You heard the Garnett when he was on All the Smoke podcast about the story about him and J.R. Ryder and
Nah, tell me.
Young Garnett. Something, I guess, something along the lines, Isaiah Ryder was like trash talking him and like Mike didn't say anything, or he said something. He was like, "All right, bet, like this is what you want to do," and had like 20-something points in a row, and it was like a really close game. And I think the Timberwolves end up losing by like double digits or some shit. And then he goes and tells either Garnett or Roddy, he was like, "Next time, like don't tell your man not to say nothing to me, man." You know what I'm saying? That was the type of dude that dude was. Like, don't play with him. Like, he gonna figure it out. And there was no, like, even Mike's bad games, like, how bad are they? Like, if he wasn't dominating offensively, like, he's still putting other motherfuckers in a position to, all right, cool. Like, I know y'all got, it's not my night, whatever few nights that was, and y'all got to pick up the slack. I'm going to make sure that y'all pick up the slack.
I don't really recall him having bad
that's
scoring nights.
That's my point.
I remember the games where the shot didn't go down and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Where to win it, or like they lost a game or two here and there and they should have won kind of thing. Yeah, bad game for Joe said a bad game for MJ was 20 points. Yeah, so he still scored, like, you know, in the era before, like,
Richmond
chucking
buckets.
Listen, I mean, young dudes argue that the game is better now, that the athletes are better. I say evolution plays a part in that, right? So you didn't have the amount of AAU games that the kids play now. You didn't have these IG trainers that you could hire and come to your crib and do all of this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? You had to go out and play, right? So, of course, physically, you're going to excel what they couldn't be back then, right? But that doesn't mean you're a better player on the court. So when Mike was putting up 30 plus a game against defenders that were trying to kill him, it's more impressive than if you just chucking up 10 threes a game, bro. Like a Harden, you know what I'm saying? Like Harden, I don't think he would be the same exact kind of player in the prior era. You know, he's still amazing, but the willy-nilliness that he has on the court wouldn't have flew in the 90s. You know, missing 23s and all that kind of stuff would have been unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? The game was played inside. Now the game is played outside.
I think the evolution of Harden's game and the way he gets away with what he gets away with and what he's able to do, I think that would kind of be scary back in the day, except the fact that he's just going to be dealing in a whole completely more physical.
Yeah.
So how much does his game fit back then when motherfuckers are that much more elbow to your gut, elbow to your chin, elbow to your back, elbow everywhere, and it's like it's cool. At some point, you're really not going to be able to because it's a rhythm thing with him, right?
Yeah, it's like timing.
Yeah, it's like he gets into a rhythm, and it's just like, all right, cool. Like, am I going to be able to? I don't know. It's weird. I would love to see that. Large, what up, Large?
Peace to everybody checking in. This is dope, man. All my people on here. That's what's up. Yeah, listen. We all getting geared up for Sunday. We're gonna do a couple more of these. We're gonna do post more and see what we learned. This is like a novella for like NBA fans. You know what I'm saying? That we never got to see, and now we get to see it. You know, it's gonna be fire, bro. You know. But yeah, man, I don't want to hold you. I know we got a lot of things going on with the brand. Everybody that don't know, since 1982, follow us, support if you love us, do your thing. We got the hardest brand out. We got the best shit rocking, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen, man. I'm gonna post this up on YouTube. We're gonna get this going, and then let's keep the convo going. My brother, love you. Peace.
Love you too, my brother. We talk.